Well, thank you for spending part of your evening with us, whether you're here for the first time or you're already a valued member. We're glad that you're here. Before we get started, let's take a moment to recognize those who have joined us early. Welcome to Janice, Jean Thoreau, Lyle Alexander, Michael Johnson, Christina Collins, Bob Richardson, Joshua Velez, Heather, David Richards, Tom Leonard, Shirley York, Merrill Harvey, William Stevens, Roosevelt Barnes, Charles Williams, Gwendolyn Green, William Diaz, Peter Mack, Mo Harper, James Cunningham. Welcome, welcome. At BDM, we're focused on helping people create a better quality of life, and that includes improving financial health, developing new opportunities, building meaningful relationships, and creating a future with greater freedom and less stress. Recently, much of our focus has been on the 13 BDM clubs, and those clubs remain part of our vision. But moving forward, I'm going to place greater emphasis on three programs: the Charity Club, the Wellness Club, and the Discount Club. Now, we're in the process of creating some new tools, landing page that will make it easy for you to share those. But the reason for this new focus is because each of these three provide a, and if you know that you have a certain amount of money coming in each month, that creates stability in your life. The same goes for BDM. We have overhead that we have to pay each month. We have three full-time employees, and that is really a skeleton crew. We could use more people to make sure everything is running smoothly. Just 500 Charity Club members would keep the lights on, and 1,000 Charity Club members would give us enough to explode BDM around the world. Now, BDM was built on a shoestring for the most simple reason that almost my entire life savings was stolen from me, and what was left has gone into building BDM. But that is now gone, and and to keep this vision going, then it's going to require all of us pulling together. Now, building BDM wasn't about me. I knew from experience how much effort it would be. I take no salary. I do the work because I believe in the mission. I started BDM because I believe the world needs a program where a person doesn't need thousands of people in their downline to replace their income. And I believe that a company with our compensation plan and structure can help millions of people improve their quality of life. So, this is a call to action for those who have the same vision that I do. Of the three clubs that I mentioned, my primary focus is going to be the Charity Club. Why? Because I believe people need to learn the power of giving. As hard as life may be for you right now, life is 1,000 times worse for others around the world. And the money many of us spend on things that bring only temporary satisfaction could prolong a life and perhaps even save one. Most of us waste enough money each month to feed one hungry child. Asking what's in it for me is where the world has really gone wrong. We stopped looking out for each other. There are still a few communities that still look out for each other. Take the Amish, for example. Their success comes from being united, and look how they've been able to buy up farmland and expand their communities as a result. The word community includes unity. It speaks to belonging, purpose, and shared success. What is a community? A community is more than a collection of people. It's people united by a common purpose. It's a place where people help one another become more than they could become alone. A true community is built on trust, cooperation, and shared values. Connection instead of isolation. Cooperation instead of competition. Contribution instead of consumption. Belonging instead of loneliness. Purpose instead of merely existing. relationships instead of transactions, giving as well as receiving. The difference between a company and a company sells products, a community changes lives. A company has customers, a community has members. A company asks, what can we sell? A community asks, how can we help? A company measures profits. A community measures impact. The strongest companies in the world eventually become communities. Throughout history, the greatest accomplishments have always come through communities. Families are communities. Churches are communities. Nations are communities. Teams are communities. Businesses that endure become communities. No one builds anything significant alone. A community multiplies strength. One person has limited knowledge. A community has collective wisdom. One person has limited resources. A community pools resources. One person can become discouraged, but a community provides encouragement. One person may have one skill. A community has thousands of different gifts and talents. So why is BDM different? We're not trying to build another network marketing company. We're building a community where people help each other financially, a community where people improve their health together, a community where members serve others through charity, a community where members don't just earn commissions, they become owners, a community where success is shared. The Bible repeatedly emphasizes the importance of community. Two are better than one. Bear one another's burdens. Love your neighbor as yourself. Encourage one another daily. God rarely accomplishes his work through isolated individuals. He brings people together around a common purpose. We could even build an acrostic around the word community. C, compassion for others. O, opportunity for everyone. M, mission greater than ourselves. M, multiplication through working together. U, unity around shared values. N, neighbors helping neighbors. I, impact that reaches beyond ourselves. T, trust that binds us together. Y, U, because every member matters. A person can build a business, a community can build a legacy. Businesses come and go, products come and go, compensation plans change, but when people unite around a common purpose, care about one another, and work together for something bigger than themselves, they create something that can last for generations. That's the kind of community we're trying to build at BDM. Now let's talk about our charity club. Some of the greatest blessings in life come from asking, how can I benefit someone else? Just for $20 a month, members can participate in a program that does two important things at the same time. First, $10 goes toward feeding orphans and keeping the lights on at BDM. For many of us, $10 doesn't seem like much, but for a child who doesn't know where their next meal is coming from, it can make a tremendous difference. Second, $10 goes back into the member network, allowing members to build an income stream while supporting a worthwhile cause. Think about that for a moment. Most charitable donations leave your pocket and never come back. Here, members have the opportunity to make a difference in someone else's life while also participating in a system that can benefit their own family. The reality is that BDM doesn't need millions of members to succeed. To keep the lights on and operate the company, We need approximately 500 active charity club members. With 1,000 active charity club members, we can begin investing in better systems, better marketing, advertising, and the tools necessary to grow this company to the next level. That goal is achievable, but it won't happen because of one person. Up until now, I've been the primary voice of BDM. I've been the one building, creating, presenting, solving problems, and carrying the vision forward. I've done it because I believe in what we are doing. But I'm tired of playing the game alone. That's one of the reasons we opened the door to the member ownership. We wanted members to become more than participants. We wanted members to become builders, owners, leaders. We need more voices on these webinars. We need people willing to share their experiences, their ideas, their testimonies, and their vision for the future. The only reason I'm where I am today is because I stepped forward in the face of fear. I didn't have all the answers. No one person does. I didn't know exactly how everything would work out. I simply took the next step. And now I'm asking others to do the same. Leadership isn't the absence of fear. Leadership is moving forward in the face of fear. Each of you has gifts, talents, knowledge, and experiences that could inspire others and help grow this community. The future of BDM will not be built by one person. It will be built by a community of people who believe in the mission, believe in one another, and are willing to step up and contribute. If you're one of those people, now is the time. Let's build something meaningful together. Let's open up for Q&A.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, we're excited about the charity club as well as the discount club. I signed up for the charity club yesterday, and I tried to sign up for the discount club today, but for some reason, um, I don't know. Maybe I have to put my card in again, but we're excited about that charity club. And I was um, talking to Isaac as well as to James Cunningham yesterday that that's something that I can remember when I was a teenager. I remember people actually would, and this is in Chicago, they would go from door to door, house to house, just trying to see if people can donate toward charity, to help feed, feed the homeless or feed needy people. And so that's something that really stuck with me. And now to be able to have the opportunity to do that, I'm super excited. So I just want to thank
Well,
you.
I think there's really a big difference between approaching somebody with the idea of feeding a hungry child each month rather than putting money into an opportunity each month.
Right.
And so, it's a door opener. $20 is not going to hurt most people.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people could donate a whole lot more. And if you can open the door with that idea of donating 20 bucks a month to feed a hungry child, then people will take a look. I think a lot more people will look at the charity club than any other thing that we've got.
Yeah,
Once
I
once
agree.
once they're in the charity club and then their vision can expand into, our other clubs, our discount club, our wellness club, the dual stream, whatever. Uh, but I think this is a better door opener.
Yes, yeah, definitely, definitely.
So uh, we're creating some videos and landing pages that will help you promote this. My graphics guy, his mother is in the hospital, has been in the hospital for a few days, so he hasn't been able to work on this. But we'll get some more tools for you fairly quickly, allowing you to share this more easily. But I do appreciate your patience uh, as we build this thing out.
Yes, sir. We were talking, me and Isaac and James yesterday, that when you look at TV commercials, uh, there's one it's called "Feed the Children." Then there's another um, um, commercial that talks about the ASPCA helping pets and stuff like animals.
Hmm.
And a lot of people donate.
They
So
do.
I think this is, I think this is, fabulous that we can, be able to show people how they can actually help, feed kids and uh, wherever, third world countries or, whatever charities that, the funds will go to, they will definitely be much appreciated. Like you mentioned, being able to help kids, families that really don't have the resources to feed kids,
Hmm.
feed their families, and so this is I'm really excited about it.
When I was going to college, I took a part-time job with the Shriners, raising money for their charity. Didn't realize it at the time. I thought it was a real charity, but I came to understand that only one nickel out of every dollar went for actual charity. But that really opened my eyes, and that's so much the case around the world of many of the charities and foundations, people that are raising money. The money really doesn't go directly, you know, to the people that, whatever it is, a cancer fund or feeding children. Most of the money goes to administration. So I've been supporting uh, a particular orphanage in Uganda for the past 12 years. Not to brag or boast, but um, the money goes directly to the orphanage. It goes directly to feeding the children and putting a roof over their head and, buying school books and putting them in school. And so, I feel real good about what we're doing. Naturally, we would like to expand what we're doing. A lot of the time we can't even cover their current needs, but I do appreciate everybody that's standing up and you know promoting the charity club because it is going to make a difference not only right here at home with keeping the lights on for BDM, but also for expanding our opportunities to help these children.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
wonderful. That really
same thing.
does.
I don't know if you know, the same thing is going on in Haiti. I'm a big part of an organization in Haiti that builds homes and takes care uh, of the needy people in Haiti, and we've got a huge organization. You know,
Hmm.
so the same concept is going on in Haiti. I mean, so it's a great cause.
That's awesome.
Yeah, John, I was also uh, I bought $100 worth of tokens, yeah,
Hmm.
on Tuesday, and for some reason they have not processed through the bank. Um, is there a reason for that?
It hasn't processed.
No, it hasn't processed. On Tuesday, we remember we were talking about a $25 token or a 50, whatever anybody can afford.
Uh-huh.
So after the 100, I'm a big one on going after the $100 and getting my organization to put in $100. And so I went ahead and put $100 in, and right after that meeting, and usually, with the next day it clears, but it still hasn't cleared. I checked right before we went on. It's being posted, but it hasn't cleared. you know. So I'm just wondering if it's being held
Well,
up.
it has posted though.
It has posted in my bank account, that it's coming out, but it hasn't been deposited from my balance.
Can
It
you
shows.
can you call your bank and see what's going on their end
Okay. Yeah.
and send me an email, let me know.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah, if there is an issue, then I'll try to work it from my end.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. Anybody else like to share?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Gwendolyn Green here. Hi,
Hi,
this is
Gwendolyn.
my first time. Hi. This is my first time coming to a meeting, and
Uh-huh.
I have some questions about, I guess, the original design of the program for, with helping people with gas and groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I've found is that many people would be generous if their basic needs are met. Um, so I'm really interested in that portion of BDM. Is that portion is still going strong?
Oh, ab yes, absolutely. Yeah, we have people that are really promoting that and doing well. So
Yeah.
yes, those are definitely, and we have landing pages and whatnot that you can share with your prospects uh, to introduce
Yes,
that part of our program.
beautiful.
Yes,
Now, also, I have another question. Is this opportunity available worldwide, like for
it
the food, groceries, gas,
it is. Yes.
Awesome. What was my other question? Oh, the other question I had, I know that it's promoted one time. You pay one time. Now, is that one time basically once you pay and you bring in the number of people that are suggested, now your payment is absorbed, that monthly payment is covered basically by your commissions?
Okay. On the gas club, the grocery club, those are actually an annual subscription. The reason for
Okay.
the annual is because that gives people time to grow their business, start making money,
Wow.
and and then that gives you residual, every year, so that it's just not a it's not a one-time thing. The three clubs that we're talking about tonight, the charity, the discount, and the wellness club, those are monthly payments. And
Okay.
yes, if you
Okay.
have in any of our clubs, any of those clubs, if you have three active members, that more than covers your own monthly payment.
All right.
Does
Beautiful.
that
Well, I
answer
think this
answer your
is,
question?
yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for asking. Anybody else like to share?
We're done. Will Diaz here.
Go.
I'm currently in a few different programs. The charity club being the most recent, and got a little testimony. Got a notification in my email that somebody signed up under the 1x2. So I'm excited about that. And that was through a traffic exchange. So for anybody who's not using traffic exchanges, I encourage you to do that. Do it on a regular basis, and eventually you'll get hits here and there. People will see your ads, and they'll be curious. They'll click on it, and you'll get unexpected signups here and there, and you never know. You start to build rapport with the people that come on board. You build friendships and show them the ropes around the website and what you're doing, and that's how we build.
Yeah, very important to follow up and develop a relationship. And this shouldn't be called network marketing. It should be called relationship marketing. Um, if you build those relationships, and In the world we live in today, most people, there's very little communication going on outside of that little box you hold in your hand. Uh, Even families, when they come together, you'll see photographs of people in a family setting sitting around a dinner table, and they all got their nose in an iPhone or an Android. And so when you actually reach out to somebody and talk with them, it's amazing, how easy it is to develop a relationship. And when you show that you care, people want to do business with people who care. So great point, William. Appreciate you sharing. Okay, any more?
Hey, John.
Yes.
Um, I just like to follow up on some of the comments that was made about the charity club. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I really am touched with about the charity club is that this is a program that deals with people emotions. Sales is just emotions on one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And once a person can see that what you're asking for is not so much in a selfish way, you're actually helping other people. And that goes a long ways. Some people might say, well, I don't have $10 for, this or that. But when you come in and you say, what about helping a needy person or a needy child or whatever, that goes a little bit deeper. They can actually identify with that to a certain extent. So, this charity plan can actually, I feel from experience that you can really touch more people with this. It's kind of like when I first started in sales in the water business, one of the top salespeople we had, he would go into the homes and at the close of the sale, he would bring out his wallet and show his wife and his two kids, you know what I mean? And he would use that. He said, "Hey, this is what I'm doing this for. I would really, really appreciate if you could really consider and having the system in your home tonight because it's going to help me and my family." He said, "You punch an 8-hour clock and you get paid." But he said, "I don't do that." He said, "If you don't buy, I don't get paid and my family don't eat." So he used that to that extent. And to me, it's the same way with the charity club. So what I'm looking into, I was talking to Mo about it, and what I want to look into, and if I can get any help from anybody, is organizations, like everybody is talking about. There are a lot of organizations out there that, help needy people, needy kids throughout the world, and they charge $20 a month. But the people who do it, and I'm not saying don't take their programs away.
We lost you, James.
I'm
Unless
sorry.
you hit the mute button.
Oh, sorry about that. So a lot of organizations out there, they charge offers $20 a month, and it's gonna help that person who's donating to have a financial income coming in, which other ones don't. And this can help the organization themselves to build up their organizations if they get involved in the program. Also, it can help the people who they're making a donation to be able to get involved in a program like this, and they can go out and help others that are in the same position that they are in. So the reason why that a lot of organizations don't really flourish like that because they don't offer this type of platform that we have. So what I'm looking into, and like I said, if I can get any helps, any leads, I don't have any problem calling an organization and presenting this platform to them that's going to help them and their company. And at the same time, as they're donating to other people, those people who they're donating to can help themselves by joining a platform like we have in BDM. So I think it's gonna help a lot of people in a lot of ways, not like you said, just here in this country, but throughout the world. So if anybody has any way of being able to get in contact or they have a list, somebody was suggesting going to YouTube or somewhere and do a search But if there's anybody that has any knowledge of how to, get in contact with these type of people, please give me a call or let John know. And I do want to follow up on programs like that.
That's a great idea. There are thousands of people out there trying to raise money on GoSendMe and these type of programs. And I'm sure a search on the internet would reveal, who these people are. And, some people are doing extremely well with that. Others are not, but they still need to raise the funds. Reaching out to those people, sharing the charity club with them, uh, that might be a way for them to raise more money and at the same time help others. People who are raising money for other charities, just, people that are out there, you know, they're not in management or whatever, they're just giving their time to raise money for other charities. Those type of people being introduced to our charity club, maybe in their spare time, their part-time, they would reach out and raise money, for the charity club and build a business for themselves. So, it's just a matter of thinking outside of the box. Who would be interested? And frankly, it should be everyone. Everyone should be interested in giving a helping hand to someone else.
You know, John, I just looked it up. Number of people donating to Feed the Children.
Hmm.
Feed the Children receives support from hundreds of thousands of individual donors, with 350,000 registered contributors actively backing the charity through the charity navigator. So, that just shows. Now, imagine if those 300,000 registered contributors were able to receive financial help, if that's the correct terminology I'm using, through a program like BDM, um, Charity Club.
Hmm.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. So I'll definitely give
Well,
you a call, James. And I have some ideas. So yeah,
how many of those people who are already donating, if they were introduced to the charity club, how
Right.
many of them would join the charity club? What
exactly.
would what would happen if we had 100,000 members in our charity club?
Oh
300,000,
wow.
a million. Sky's the limit, folks. We can and should have a million members or more in our charity club. And imagine
Yep.
the number of people that would be helped, not only, people who are receiving donations as a result of the charity club, orphanages, but
Right.
the individuals themselves who are out there sharing it and then receiving from their efforts. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
John,
this is
John,
this is a great
John,
lead generation program, John. This is how come, I'm pretty sure other people have thought of it. There's nothing new that I'm introducing, but this is a great lead generation program. When you have organizations and companies that are out there, you can get in contact with them and say, hey, listen, this is what I have to offer. And I'm pretty sure that they don't have anybody else out there that's doing that. I'm not saying it don't, but if it was, most people would know about it and most people would be using it. So we got something that's very unique, very powerful, and it's all about how it's being presented to these people. So to me, the sky's the limit. You got an oyster right here in the backyard. It's a great lead generation program, and the potential, like you said, of having a million people just on the charity program because of what's already out there. And if we can just tap into a fraction of that, it's the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and it just mushrooms from there. Whatever we do is just a catalyst for, you know, many more people coming in down the road.
John,
Plus, what it would also
yeah,
do, John, it's going to open up. other avenues for them for other programs that's in BDM also.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is just a door opener.
John,
Yes.
how can we tell that the $10 is going, all of it's going directly to the orphanage?
Well, we at the moment, at this point in time, Tom, we have to use some of that for overhead. Okay.
Okay, okay,
And that's just a fact of life. That the day will come when we can literally give 100% of that to charity.
okay. And there's a way to that we'll be able to track that. Like, see, it in Haiti, we have a monthly statement of where the money goes on building homes or building whatever it is. So it's a complete,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, down the road we'll have that, Tom. And one
Okay,
of the things we're going to do that's on the drawing board is we're actually going to buy a farm for this group of orphans in Uganda. Um, when I could, I was renting a small farm for them so that they could grow their own food. I haven't been able to do that for some time, and so they're really struggling. But before, when we were able to rent a little farm for them, they were able to raise most of their own food. So
okay,
we're actually going to buy a farm and build the hostels, the living quarters for the orphans. So they right now they're living in basically mud huts. Uh, they're just like adobe huts, dirt floors, and very poor living conditions. We're going to upgrade their lifestyle, whatever it
yeah,
takes. We're going to buy them a
that's
farm, drill a well, build their housing, set them up where they can be self sufficient, and then we'll just keep moving on. We'll do that, you know, as we go. We'll do that for other orphanages as well.
great. That is great. Yeah, that's what when over in Haiti. That's when I went over there. I spent a couple of weeks over there, and oh, you talk about dirt floors and everything else. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know exactly
Oh,
what you're talking about.
hmm. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Don.
I never experienced that until I moved to a third world country, and yeah, some of these people, it's unbelievable their living conditions. The
Yeah,
Yeah, I won't
yeah,
even get into it.
yeah. I agree with you 100%. It's unbelievable.
Hey,
And
John,
those are
Go ahead, Lyle.
these are they are great people.
Yes, they are. They're
are
beautiful
you
people.
familiar what? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go
Are
ahead,
you
Lyle.
familiar with this? Are you familiar with the story of what God did with Bruce Wilkinson?
No.
He's the one he wrote Prayer of Jabez, um, The Dream Giver, and anyway, one day he came home from his church office and said to his wife, said, "Honey, um, better start packing some things up," and said, "Oh, are we going on a trip?" And he said, "God just called us to Africa." And so, anyway, God called him to go to Africa and teach people, the poor there, to grow a garden in the size of a door and to use what they need and then sell the rest. And God said, teach these people to teach others to do that. And then God told him, you're going to need some more people. And so he came back to the United States, and the vision grew and grew. And anyway, and one day he walked into a friend's office and back here in the States and said, God said, do this. And we're going to need these many people to take on mission to Africa to help people grow gardens in the size of a door. And that man stroked a check and said, this will buy you a 747 stroked another check, said this will buy you a couple years of fuel to haul the people back and forth. That vision continued to grow and grow, and it turned into multiple 747s hauling people back and forth to Africa to grow gardens. So
Wow.
let me expand everyone's vision here. This can get this can go as far as we can take it.
Absolutely.
I believe it. I believe if anyone wants to read the story, pick up The Dream Giver and read the story of this with Bruce Wilkinson. But I saw him tell this story in, I believe it was 2004 in St. Louis. Yeah. Okay, back to you.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Lyle.
You're welcome.
It's an amazing story. Okay. Any others before we close? So here's something I really want you to understand, and this applies to all of the clubs. Refer just one right person, and over time you could potentially earn 7 figures. Now, I know of 2 real examples where someone referred a single person who went on to build a massive organization. In fact, both of these people became the top money earner in each of these companies and went on to make millions of dollars. But the people who referred them only earned a one-time fast start commission. At BDM, the one right person could make you wealthy. And that's why we say one is great, but more are better, because duplication is what creates income that makes you proud. The more people you share this with, the greater your chances of finding that one person who changes everything. So we didn't dive into the other clubs, but in closing, let's bring this all together. Our BDM discount club has over 1 million discounts for just $20 a month with income potential 20 times greater than the competition. Our BDM charity club, you can feed orphan children, earn real income, all for $20 a month. Our BDM wellness club, support your health and earn while you share for just $10 a month. For $50 a month total, you can participate in all 3. And of course, we have our other 13 clubs going from $10 all the way up to $20,000. And these are just door openers. We talked about the charity club. We focused on the charity club. Really, I think it's a feeder program, a way to get people into the other clubs. Eventually, people will earn money in all of the clubs. So here's what I want you to remember most. Start where you can. If you can only do one, choose the one that resonates with you the most. You can always add the others later. The important thing is start, because the members who are earning the most right now, they started exactly where you are, sitting on a call just like this one, wondering if this was worth their time. And of course, it was worth their time, and it is worth yours. The question isn't whether BDM works. The question is, are you ready to let it work for you? So let's get you started today. Thank you again for spending your time with us. And if you see what we see, we're excited to welcome you into this growing community of individuals focused on health, wealth, and a better future. God bless each and every one of you. Stay healthy, stay motivated. We look forward to seeing you at our next event. We do have a call on Thursday, but it's more about just the individual. It's not about the, making money. So if you want to improve yourself, do join us on Sunday. If not, we'll see you again on Tuesday. God bless everyone, and good night.
Bye, everyone.
Great call, John.
Thank you, James. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
And
John.
thank you.
My
Good
name's
night.
Mo.
Hey, Mo.
All right, excellent call. Each call getting betterer and betterer.
All right. Well,
Good night.
it's
Good night,
really
John.
great to have you guys stepping up and sharing. It's all the difference in the world.
Good
Oh,
night,
yeah,
John Boy.
absolutely.
Absolutely. God bless.
Okay.
Good night.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night.